And welcome back, everybody, to the Bald Guy and the Fat Boy podcast. I'm the Bald Guy with my buddy, the Fat Boy.
Roll Tide.
And we're coming from you from another depressing week in DFW Dallas sports. So that's where I'm at. I'd love to get on here and tell everybody, hey, we didn't do an episode last week because of the Super Bowl and we had a lot of things going on. So it's like, hey, we'll get back at it the week after. But I mean, nothing's gotten better on my end. How about you? What are you seeing?
Uh, um, uh, um,
Yep, that sums it up exactly. That's exactly where me, you, and everybody else here is.
No, got more main Mavericks hurt. We made a trade. We traded our perennial future Hall of Famer off to the LA Lakers. And
well, the last time we did an episode, I was upset. I come on here. I didn't understand it. I was just in. I was in a bad place with the Mavericks. Okay, so
and
I was hoping to get better.
It hasn't. It ain't because so Anthony Davis played 3 quarters, and now he's out with a abductor tear, whatever the abductor is. I don't think fat people like myself. I don't think we have abductors.
Hey, it was a good 3 quarters though.
Yeah,
3 quarters.
And then our other center, not Lively, that was already on the bench hurt, that was out until for 2 or 3 months. Our other center, he's gone out now for 6 to 8 weeks. So can you say the word snake bit? Because I can.
Hey, they've gone on a winning streak. Something to be positive about.
Yeah, we'll see how we'll see if they can tread water till they get some. They got to get. I mean, team to make any kind of legitimate playoff run, they got to get a bunch of pieces back, and there's no guarantees that they're going to. So now it's just a matter of time and hoping.
It's not only get them back, but it's get them all in the flow of the game and working together and feeling each other,
knocking the rust off, getting them to play together. Blah 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 blah. These are the blah blah blahs usually make good for good podcasts, but not today.
Not today. No, like I said, it's just kind of depressing. The Cowboys are still being the Cowboys. I guess the only thing positive right now we could say for the Cowboys, Justin Tucker's not our kicker.
Yeah, no news is maybe good news.
There you go. I mean, we just had to watch the Eagles win the Super Bowl. So with a running back that we probably could have got.
Yeah. And then of course, so you don't have any dog in this fight, but my beloved Alabama is the number 2 team in the nation right now, which you probably didn't even know. Played against the number 1 team in the nation yesterday, which is Auburn, which you probably didn't even know. And they played a matchup yesterday, which in Tuscaloosa, and Auburn beat us by double digits.
I had actually seen that, but I love you telling the story and getting that out because it looks like it hurts a little.
Oh, it don't help nothing, that's for sure. So because they're based at home, we could drop a few points in the poll, and we may not. It just the poll, the way the people they pick polls in college basketball different the way they do football. So we could either stay at 2 or go down. I don't know yet. It just depends on how they feel. So we'll see how that works. And so I've had that this weekend. And of course, coming out like you said, the Eagles win the Super Bowl, which I have no. I mean, like I told you earlier about the Super Bowl. As soon as he threw that pick 6, I didn't watch 1 second of the game after that. I didn't watch 1 second of halftime. I didn't watch any more commercials. I knew as soon as he threw that pick 6, KC was done. KC still on the bus. Philadelphia went to play the Super Bowl, and that was the end of it.
Yeah, that wasn't even a very good game. I mean, no, it was horrible.
That might be the understatement of the year so far. That wasn't even a very good game. It was 40-6. Woohoo! Uh,
It
so,
ended up being closer than that.
well, whatever.
Well, I did see a stat. Hold on, I did see a stat, and like it or hate it, Kendrick Lamar did the halftime show with some pretty funny, pretty funny things in there where he goes directly at Drake. I mean, he just won all kinds of awards for this song, right? And rap battle songs and all this in the rap beef with it they'd had. And he comes out and pretty much calls Drake um, as having bad tendencies on a national stage. That Drake, being Mr. Rap Battle, I mean, he pretty much showed his true colors on this. Sued before this performance to try to make sure that this song didn't get played in front of 120 something million people to watch it. And anyway, it talks about like Diddy connections and all kinds of stuff in it. It's if you hadn't heard it, I don't know if you ever listened to the song. You should do it. It's funny. I'm sure you've seen the highlights of the halftime show where he goes in there. I mean, looks at the camera, says his name, and grins, and then just goes along with the verse. But I said all that to say this. They said that Kendrick Lamar moved more yards in his halftime performance than the Chiefs gained in the entire game.
Well, and all that with a cup of coffee and a nickel, and you got a cup of coffee and a nickel. So it doesn't. None of that blows my skirt up in any manner. And the only question people are going to have here and that is, why the hell is the fat guy or the fat boy wearing a skirt? So,
hey, what you do on your personal time is none of our business here on Ball Guy the Fat Boy Pod. Okay.
there you go. Sports, however, after Super Bowl,
Yeah, could you
before
like bring in some I don't know, some sunshine from somewhere? It's dark clouds and pouring rain and everything's horrible. Help us out. Give us something positive.
sports after the Super Bowl and before baseball starts, uh, it gets a little bit dry here, but we got some things on the horizon. We
I mean, the
Dave,
only thing this is, hey, the only thing is, I mean, if your only bright point to this is the UFL, we're into the podcast right now. You got to have something.
no.
Okay.
We had Pep we had PGA golf at Torrey Pines,
Okay.
and that was won by Maverick McNeely. No, Oberg won it. Not Maverick McNeely and Oberg were playing for it. Oberg won it. I apologize. That was a
Yeah. It's bad right now in sports, man. I don't know.
yeah.
The
Well,
Stars are doing okay, I think.
who?
The Stars?
Stars are doing pretty good, but they're in. I think they're in the middle of their All Star break. They were having that big.
Oh, hey, there's something we could talk about. Not necessarily Mavericks related, but sports related. Did you see the dunk contest?
No, I don't.
You've got to go watch the highlights of the dunk contest. Matt McClung defended his title for the third year in a row. He three-peated. He did what the Chiefs couldn't do and three-peated in the dunk contest. And I mean, the dude's freaking phenomenal.
What was his
He's a
name?
G leaguer. A lot of people say, oh, maybe he shouldn't be there, but he puts on a show. He's pretty much saved the dunk contest and made it watchable again.
What's his
So
name?
Matt McClung.
I just had to ask again because I'd never heard of it.
You've never heard of him, really?
Nope.
Oh, awesome college basketball player. Awesome college basketball player. He's, like I said, G League for the Orlando Magic. Go look him, but just go watch some of the dunks, man.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, I want you to come back next week and give us a review of his dunks because he's pretty special.
Probably not.
You're not a big dunk contest fan or what?
No, I'm not.
Okay, you will be if you'll go back and watch some of his stuff.
Yeah. I can tell you one of the last dunk contests I remember watching to give you a sense of how big a dunk contest fan I am.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure the last dunk contest I watched had the guy uh, um, from the Raptors in it. What was his name?
Vince Carter?
Yeah, that's him. Vince
Yeah.
Carter.
Yeah. Okay. You'll like Matt McClung.
Okay. Just saying.
I know. I'm just telling you, rival.
Yeah.
If they could go at it, if Vince Young was not Vince Young, hey,
Wow.
yeah, yeah. If Vince Carter was 30 years younger, it'd be good to watch.
There you go. And then the other pro sport we had this weekend that was really good, and I'm not down about it or nothing. I'm just down about everything else. Was PBR Pro Bull Riding, and this week's champion for they were in
Did we finally get somebody that we can pronounce their name?
I believe so. If you'll give me a minute, I'm trying to remember where they were first. They were in what? I
You
just went
should
blank.
do some show prep and like made some notes
No,
about it.
this was right on the tip of my tongue, and then you went and talked about Matt McClung, and I can't remember none of it. So talk about something else so I remember it.
That's about all I had, man. I mean, that was my
Oh,
bright
good.
part that I liked watching.
Uh, yes. So the oh, I might be having a stroke.
It's almost out there. Come on, man. Come back to me. Come back
Yeah.
to me. You have it in there. Anyway, I saw a rumor about um, the wide receiver Diggs coming to the Cowboys to be with his brother. So, I mean, I don't know if you like that or not, but I did see that.
What did he get hurt this year?
Yeah, yeah, he did. That's why they think he'll be able to come in on a 1 year deal and be pretty cheap.
I
Sounds like
see.
something we do.
Sounds like something we could do. Um, you know, Andrew Alvidrez, he won the PBR this week. He rode real good, and they were in where I keep going blank on where they were this week. It's driving me insane. It's like they were
Were they
like
in Vegas? Were they in Vegas?
no, it's somewhere like New Hampshire or something. That's why it's
I mean, it doesn't matter anyway. Then it could be Rhode Island, New Hampshire. Nobody cares.
nobody really cares. But anyway, they PBR Andrew Alvidrez won this week. We still got the Aussie is still the number one. So we had bull ride, we had golf, and no, um, since since the Eagles won and the Mavericks have been getting hurt, and we're just in that kind of the doldrums of sports right now. Um,
We're not in the doldrums. It sucks right now, man. That's what it does. It sucks. The Luca trade killed sports for a good month and a half.
well, I guess something is definitely because I watched some college basketball and then I try to watch some college basketball. My team gets beat at home, so
So it makes you want to not watch it, right? It's like, hey,
maybe maybe I'm the one that snake bit.
is that what it is? It's the fat boy curse. Is that what you are over there?
Yeah, Eagles win, curse. Let me see. Auburn wins, curse. Kansas City loses, curse. Let me see. What else? Oh, Luca getting traded, curse. Mavericks getting injured, curse. Mavericks getting injured, curse. Mavericks getting injured, curse. Uh,
Hey, I mean, look, I'll pretty much defend you on the Mavericks one. That's just because Nico Harris is stupid.
well, I don't know if he's stupid or not. It's just, he's
Uh,
maybe
okay, he's making stupid moves as a general
he
manager.
he's unlucky. Maybe that. Let's go with unlucky. I don't like calling anybody stupid. Let's
Well,
go with
he's
um,
making stupid decisions. Maybe I'm sure he's an intelligent guy. I'm not trying to say that. I'm saying trading Luca for Anthony Davis and then Anthony Davis getting hurt to
yeah,
prove exactly who Anthony Davis is, who we thought he was.
yeah.
That
Uh, but
not a great look.
I will say one thing for the secondary guy in that trade. That guy looks pretty good. Though. What was that guy's name?
Max
Oh,
Christie.
Max Christie. I mean,
Max
Christie
Christie.
was. He looks pretty good.
Yeah,
But
you know why? Because he's getting a lot of minutes he wouldn't normally get because there's nobody playing.
yeah, like they had to go get players off the G League to even make the team
Yeah, yeah, no, it's
to fill
bad.
out the, is what I'm saying. So anyway, what else have I cursed? You, uh, I'll take some more stuff I've cursed here in a minute. As far as sporting events goes,
Nah,
the
that's all right, man. That's just the way it goes sometimes. I mean, this is where we're at. But we got the Rangers are fixing to be going to spring training.
oh, I thought of another one.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I was watching. And I don't even know what it is. It was some softball tournament between Oklahoma State and Alabama earlier, and we were winning. I turned it over there and started watching it, and Oklahoma State walks it off on Alabama girls. So curse.
So so we're gonna have to break your TV.
Yeah.
You can't watch it on your phone. You can't listen to it on the radio. You can't do anything. You just cannot be. You're gonna have to take you a little break. That's all it is.
Everything, everything I've seen lately, I have not enjoyed very much. So uh, it has just been one thing after another as far as my doldrums. I don't call them doldrums. But my
Okay, so but here's the good news.
what's the good news?
Can only go up from here.
Yeah, we got UFL coming. All right.
You know what? If it gets much worse, I'll get on the UFL train with you just to give something to be some kind of hope around here.
Exactly. And what else has been going on? Uh well, last week we didn't get to talk about this because last week we were off. Uh we we had a big WWE event that should not go longer get mentioned. We had the Royal Rumble, which is there are four signature events, and the Royal Rumble being one of the WWE signature events. So we ought to make at least a slight mention that Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Congratulations, Jey Uso. Yeet. And if you watch the show, you know what that means. And I'm okay with that. So now he'll go on to WrestleMania to wrestle one of the champions, and
So does that
probably
mean he's going to get a big push and he's
well,
going to be the next big thing or what?
he's the next big thing right now. Between now, if it depends on how his stock trends between now and WrestleMania, depends on how WrestleMania will go for him. Because I mean, it's professional wrestling is a scripted, choreographed sport. So not all conclusions are sports based, so to speak. Um, but we enjoyed it anyway, or at least I do. And so we got Jey Uso going to WrestleMania to face one of the champions, and then of course the next pay per view is what they call the Elimination Chamber, and that'll determine who the other um, faces the other champions. So we got that coming up in the next pay per view. And I know everybody loves when I do wrestling talk, so that's why I try not to do it so much. Uh, but
Hey, I
but
mean,
at least
wrestling seems to be somewhat positive. Go ahead,
if
do it.
there's
It's
no negative there. I can't. One thing I complain about the Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber, Jey Uso, anything. All that's positive. Uh, so uh, so anyway, and I just and I found out today that WWE and the bull riding I've been clamoring about, they're under the same umbrella now. PBR and WWE and UFC are all pretty much under the same umbrella now as far as um, of the movers and the shakers go. So, and I just learned a little bit of that today too.
really
Yeah.
well. There you
When
go.
there you go.
Hey, you know
I,
what? You have brought some light to this podcast. So I know it's going to be a short podcast, but I think we got to cut it right there because I mean, other than that, I think the few viewers we have are going to drive into oncoming traffic if we keep talking about all the stuff that goes on with the sporting teams that we follow right now.
yeah, I do too. That sounds good to me.
All right, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Sorry we don't have better news. We're going to work on at least finding one or two bright spots for next week. We're going to come on here and there's going to be some positivity one way or another.
and,
So,
and hopefully for y'all, it won't be wrestling.
so for myself and the Fat Boy, we'll see y'all later.
Roll Tide.